we will learn some important things about the task. In writing task 1 of IELTS General Training Test, a question prompt will be given that gives you a situation, and for this situation, you will have to write a letter of around 150 to 180 words. Remember that you should not write more words as it will waste your time, and writing more words do not guarantee you that you will get more bends. There are 3 types of letters that are asked in General Training IELTS Task 1. The first one is informal letter, which we write to our friends and younger siblings and so on. The next one is formal letter, which we write to a person that is at some higher position, for example, your boss. The last one is semi-formal letter. This type of letter is written to a person who is known to you by name and you respect that person. For example, your neighbor. In your exam, any of these questions will be asked. Now, as we know the type of questions, let us see the format for each type of letter. The first one is informal letter. It will start with dear and friend's first name only. It is known as starting salutation. Then, in first body paragraph, you will say why you are writing to them. That is, you will state the purpose of your writing. You can see the example of stating purpose on your screen. After that, in body paragraph number 2, you will write the details of bullet point 1 using the supporting ideas and detail. The same thing will be seen in the other paragraphs. You will make the paragraphs according to your convenience. Now, after you explain all the bullet points in the paragraphs, you will write the closing statement. You can see the example closing statement on your screen. That is, looking forward to hearing from you soon. After that, you will put the end salutation. You can see the example of all the best as an end salutation on your screen. After that, you will write your first name only. This is where your letter will end. Now let us see the useful language for this type of letter. You can see various expressions on your screen. I will read each of them and I will explain them as well. First is stating purpose. That is the first paragraph of our letter. You can see the examples. I am writing to let you know that. I am writing to tell you about. Now if you are apologizing in your letter, then you can use the following expressions. I am very sorry about. I would like to apologize for. If you are asking for some help, you can use I would be really grateful if you could. I was wondering if you would give me a hand with. I was wondering if you would do me a favor. Now, if you want to express your satisfaction regarding something, you can use the following expressions. I was over the moon to hear about. I was thrilled to find out that, or I was thrilled to find out about. If you are giving some bad news in your letter, then you can write this. I am afraid I have a bit of bad news for you. And for this ending, that is ending salutation, you can write all the best or keep in touch. Here you can see that we have used informal vocabulary. Also, we have used the contracted form of the words. That is, I would, instead of writing I would, I have written I apostrophe D. Instead of writing I am, I have used I apostrophe am, and so on. You should do the same thing in your task in order to make it look informal. Now let us see the example of this type of letter. The question is, you have recently started work in a new company. Write a letter to an English-speaking friend. In your letter, explain why you changed the job. describe your new job, tell him or her another news. Here, by looking at the task, you can see that it is informal because you are going to write it to a friend. Also, you have 3 bullet points that you have to write in your letter. Now let us see the format for formal letter. It starts with Dear Sir or Madam, which is known as starting salutation. Then in paragraph number 1, as we know, we will first state the purpose of writing. You can see the example purpose, that is, I am writing with regard to, and after that you will continue your detail. After the paragraph number 1, you will make paragraphs according to the number of bullet points. You can see that I have made 3 paragraphs for writing the details of the 3 bullet points. In paragraph number 2, write bullet point 1 and supporting details. In paragraph 3, write bullet point 2 and its supporting details, and so on. After ending the paragraph, you will write the closing statement. You can see the example of a closing statement on your screen. After that, you will write the end salutation. And after writing end salutation, you will mention your full name. I forgot to mention that after writing the starting salutation, you should leave 1 line. After writing each paragraph, you should leave 1 line. And even after writing the closing statement, you should leave 1 line. Then, let us learn useful language to use in formal letters. For beginning in your letter, that is, for stating the purpose, you can write the following things. I am writing this letter with regard to, I am writing to bring to your attention, I am writing to express my dissatisfaction with. Now, if you are requesting something or you are suggesting something, you can write the following things. I would be grateful if you would. I would like you to. I am entitled to request that you. I was wondering if it would be at all possible to. I would like to suggest that. And after that, yes, you should continue with the details regarding your letter. And finally, you can see the examples for writing the closing statement. The first one is, I look forward to hearing from you. Then, I look forward to receiving your response. After that, I await your prompt service. Next is, I thank you for your consideration. And finally, please respond at the earliest convenience. By seeing this, you can note that we have used the formal vocabulary and modals. Also, we have not used the contractions such as can't, am, and so on. Now let us take an example of the formal letter. The question is, on a recent holiday, you lost a valuable item. Fortunately, you have travel insurance to cover the cost of anything lost. Write a letter to your insurance company. In your letter, describe the item you lost, explain how you lost it, and tell the insurance company what you would like them to do. Here, you can see that you are supposed to write to a manager of some company and you do not know this person personally. So the letter will be formal, and in this letter, make sure that you cover all the 3 bullet points in 3 different paragraphs. Now, let us learn the format to write the semi-formal letter. It starts with Dear Mr. last name or Mrs. last name. It is known as the starting salutation, that is, you will write Mr. and his surname or Mrs. and her surname. After that, in paragraph number 1, we will state the purpose of writing. And after stating the purpose, we will make the paragraphs equal to the number of bullet points. And we will give the details, we will explain the bullet points before giving the closing sentence. After writing the closing sentence, we will put the end salutation. You can see the examples of ending salutations like yours truly, sincerely yours, with best wishes and with regards, and so on. And after that, you will write your full name. So this was the format for writing semi-formal letter. Now let us see the example for semi-formal letter. The question is, your neighbor's dog barks a lot and creates a lot of noise. Write a letter to your neighbor. In your letter, describe the situation, explain how it disturbs you, and provide a suggestion. Here in this question, you can see that you know this person, but you respect him or her. So, you cannot totally be informal or totally be formal with this person. Hence, you write a semi-formal letter to them. Finally, let us see several common words in both formal and informal language. On the left side of your screen, you can see the formal vocabulary, and on the right side, you can see the informal vocabulary for the same word. The first one is request. It can be used as ask in informal language. Then it is purchase, which can be used as buy in informal vocabulary. Then it is could. Could is a modal auxiliary and can is also a modal auxiliary, but in formal vocabulary, the could will be used, and in informal vocabulary, can will be used. Same goes for would. For formal language, would will be used, and in informal language, we will use will. After that, at your earliest convenience, informal vocabulary will become when you are free in informal vocabulary, and respond will become write back in informal. Cannot will become can't, that is its contracted form. Then this and salutation, yours sincerely or yours faithfully, will become best wishes in informal vocabulary. After that, furthermore will become and or also. Can I suggest will become can I tell you. As you described above will become as you mentioned before or as I mentioned before. This was all about the format for different task type in general training writing task 1. I hope this will help you to enhance your understanding and scores. This brings us to the end of this lecture. If you have any queries related to whatever is discussed in this class, please write in the comment section below. We will respond at our earliest convenience. Thank you for joining with us. I will see you in the next class.